What if I told you there's a desert where, for a few months every year, thousands of turquoise lagoons appear out of nowhere, only to completely vanish without a trace? Picture this. Endless rolling dunes of pure white sand stretching as far as the eye can see. It looks like the Sahara, barren, empty, a sea of sand under a blazing sun. But then, something impossible happens. Between the dunes, pools of water begin to form. Not muddy puddles, but vast, clear, turquoise lagoons so pristine you can see straight to the bottom. Fish appear as if from nowhere. The desert becomes an oasis. And then, just as suddenly as they came, the lagoons vanish. The water evaporates, the fish disappear, and the desert is silent again. This isn't a mirage. It's a real place, Lençóis Maranhenses in Brazil, and the secret behind its disappearing act is one of nature's most elegant illusions. To understand how a desert can hold water, you first have to rethink what a desert really is. Because Lençóis Maranhenses isn't a desert in the traditional sense. It gets rain, a lot of rain. Over 47 inches a year, which is more than London. So why does it look like a desert? Because the sand is so pure and drains so quickly that almost nothing can grow here. No trees, no shrubs, just these vast, sculpted dunes. But beneath the surface, something remarkable is happening. There's an impermeable layer of rock just below the sand. When the rainy season arrives, the water can't seep all the way down. It gets trapped, pooling between the dunes. And that's where the magic begins. Let's dive into the life cycle of these lagoons. It all starts with the rains. From January to June, heavy tropical downpours drench the region. The water collects in the valleys between dunes, sometimes reaching depths of 10 feet. And because the sand is so white and the water so clear, the sunlight does something spectacular. It reflects and refracts, turning the lagoon's shades of blue and green that look almost unreal. But the real mystery isn't just the water. It's the life inside it. How do fish get there? They don't swim in from rivers, the lagoons are isolated. The answer lies in the mud. Bird droppings carry fish eggs from nearby rivers and lakes. When the lagoons form, the eggs hatch. Suddenly, there are fish, small species like wolf fish and tiger fish, swimming in what was, just weeks before, barren sand. For a few glorious months, this becomes a paradise. Locals and tourists swim in the lagoons. The contrast is surreal. You're floating in cool, clear water, surrounded by desert dunes under a bright blue sky. It feels like a dream. But by September, the dream starts to fade. The rain stops, the sun returns, and the water begins to evaporate. Slowly, the lagoons shrink. The fish sense the change, they burrow into the mud, entering a state of estivation, a kind of summer hibernation where they wait, sometimes for months, for the next rains to revive them. By November, the lagoons are gone. The desert is dry again. The cycle is complete. This isn't just a beautiful phenomenon, it's a delicate balance. The entire ecosystem depends on the timing and amount of rainfall. Too little rain, and the lagoons don't form properly. Too much, and the unique clarity and color can be affected. Climate change poses a real threat here. Shifts in rainfall patterns could disrupt this fragile rhythm. But for now, the lagoons return, year after year, a reminder that nature still holds surprises, places that defy our expectations and challenge what we think is possible. So the next time you imagine a desert, remember Lençóis Maranhenses. A place where water appears and vanishes, where life blooms in the most unlikely settings, and where the landscape itself is in constant, beautiful flux. It's a living lesson in adaptation, resilience, and the hidden connections that make our planet so wondrous. Have you ever visited a place that completely defied your expectations? Share your story in the comments. I'd love to hear about the wonders you've discovered.